Hello amazing people, so this is your girl Pooja back again with another amazing video, and today's video is Women's Day special. And also to remind you guys, March is also called as the Women History Month, so I think this is just the perfect time for me to introduce some of the best women written literature out there. So without any further ado, I will quickly dive into the 5 or 6 books that I have selected for today's video, and I can't wait for you guys to read them and tell me that you loved it as well. So the very first book that in my today's list is Becoming by Michelle Obama. And this book is special because Michelle Obama has written this book not just from the point of view of America's first woman but as a woman. It has snippets from her own life, lessons from her life, where she is talking about a lot of different things that has happened, that are still happening in the world. It gives us tips about parenting, about successful relationship, and most importantly, this book provides us a perspective into the world from a woman's point of view. And this is so important because we are living in a patriarchal society. Though that shit is changing, but it's kinda slow. And most importantly, this book is about hope and womanhood. So if you're someone who just got interested listening to the brief of the book, then you should certainly go and check this book out. So the next book that I have in my list is A Namesake by Jhumpa Lahiri. Honestly speaking, this is one of my favorite women literature out there. This book talks about so many ongoing issues that we on a day-to-day life don't even think about. This book talks about identity, about the importance of our name in our life and how just one name can change so many things about you. It talks about the relationship between the parents and children, about Indian immigration issues, about love, marriage, family, relationship, and about growing up in a culturally different place. And overall, this book had so many different and diverse topics that you would just feel hooked to the book entire time, and also a plus point for the beautiful cover that this has. So do go, and I would say pick this book up and you won't be disappointed. So the third book that I have in my list is 40 Rules of Love by Alif Shafa, and without any doubt I can say this one is one of the most read book of the decade and for decades to come for sure. This book is not just some cliched romance, and that was the perfect thing that I guess I personally loved about the book. And one more thing that this book explores is the religious and cultural identities. It talks about different religion, and it had so many elements from philosophy, and the best part, it had the twist of modern love story in a traditional setting. So there wasn't any part of the book that you are ever gonna feel bored about, and when you end up reading this book, there is certainly gonna be this beautiful feeling inside you that will remain where it is. So go and check this one out, and if possible, then please give this one a read. So the next book that I have in my list is from one of my favorite writers, Chitra Banerjee, yeah. And the book's name is The Forest of Enchantment. This is the Ramayana from Sita's point of view, and that's why I think this is one of the most crucial literature out there, especially when it comes to the Indian mythology, because the women in Indian mythology are just so underrated that books from their point of view make the stories even more interesting. Here Sita questions the double standard of the society and how the male dominated society had so many double standard stuff going on. And the most important thing about this book that made it different was she has shown the characters in Ramayana as normal individuals as and not as God, and that makes so much different in the mindset of the reader that it leaves a speck out there. And one more thing that was really good was she did not frictionalized the Ramayana, and she had put every element that was there in the story in this story, and only difference was it is written from Sita's point of view, and as I said, that made all the difference. The last book that I have in my today's list is The Bad Feminist by Roxanne Gay. Best thing about this book, she doesn't show feminist in the light it is already always seen as. She brings out the flaw in the movement and about how even feminist movement has taken the double standard. This is a collection of essays where she has talked about her own flaws, about accepting them, and how feminism as a movement has failed in so many ways. She talks about the inner flaws, about her own life stories, and I think the best thing I liked about the book was that I found it really truthful at some points, and there were these impactful stories and lines here and there. Then there was this wicked sense of humor that the author has put in that made all the difference. So if you're someone who liked the elements that I just discussed, then please go give it a read. And with that, I have reached the end of today's video. I just hope that you loved the 5 books that I recommended, because among the 5, these are some of my personal favorite, and women literature in today's world is rapidly growing, and these are some of the books that I found were impactful to the society with the women's point of view, as well as from different other perspectives as well. So do give them a read, or at least just check them out, or you might just find it interesting. So without any further ado, I'm just gonna end the video here. If you're new to my channel, then don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. I just hope that you like the video, so please hit the like button. Don't forget to comment down your favorite women literature, and don't forget to share it with your book lover friends, because you never know, they might just thank you for giving them their favorite read. So that is it from my side, and remember to always be consistently curious, babies. Bye!